Welcome to Consumer Quarterback Show Overtime Podcast. I'm Brandon Rhymes alongside Lindsay Rhymes and Dr. Dana McGrady here, live from our home this time. We're on Lake Tarpon here and wanted to have this overtime talk to be able to speak a little bit about CBD, alternative medicines, and a lot of cool things happening in that space. So, Lindsay, would you like to introduce us?
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm here with Dr. Dana McGrady, one of my close friends, holistic doctor, soulpreneur, she calls herself. Actually, I wanted to talk a little bit about that today and that tagline because I just love it. And, thanks for joining us today. We're excited to have you.
You're welcome. I love what you guys do for the community, for entrepreneurship. I know you guys want to make the community better, and what you do with real estate too is really inspiring to me. And so I'm happy to be here. Soulpreneur, what does that mean? Soulpreneur, I think it means operating a business from your heart and soul. And I think you do that too, Lindsay.
Love it. We do. We both
Yes,
do. Important to us. So we're excited to talk more about CBD today. Give us a little bit of insight behind the HempWorx CBD.
All right, so CBD, I think CBD has a lot of myths and misconceptions. It has a lot of people saying, what is that? And then when they try it and they feel as good as you felt, and I know, I'm pretty sure you've tried it too.
Oh, yeah.
Brandon? Okay, good. Yeah, so when they try it and they feel that sense of homeostasis, which is the ultimate balance.
Mm-hmm.
The ultimate balance is what you inevitably feel with CBD because it actually balances your endocannabinoid system. And the endocannabinoid system is a system linked to your central nervous system that they actually don't teach you about in medical school.
It's insane, right?
Well, that's one of the misconceptions too. Is people they have these misconceptions around CBD, and they think first of all that we'll talk about the THC versus CBD, and then also our bodies have these CBD receptors, right?
Yes, you got it. He's educated.
Yeah.
I know. You know your stuff, Brandon.
That's right.
So, see, our body is built to receive CBD. And so maybe someone's like, I don't know what that is. Is it a drug? It comes from the hemp plant. Like the hemp plant is very harmless, and it's an oil taken out of the hemp plant that calms our endocannabinoid system, our central nervous system, helps us manage our stress, right? Has this been a stressful year for you guys?
A lot of people.
For a lot of people, right?
Yeah.
But you guys especially have gone through it.
Yeah.
And the world has gone in its own ways and its own cycles. But our body's built to receive CBD. And basically, the other fun fact is there's naturally occurring CBD in mama's breast milk.
Yeah.
And I love that, right? Because you think about a baby that's milk drunk.
Yeah.
There's naturally occurring CBD and naturally occurring melatonin, which is the sleep hormone, in mama's breast milk. So it's like the way for us to have that ultimate happy, calm feeling when we get our CBD. But it's not just calming. Helps with promoting healthy inflammatory response.
Yeah, that's a big thing. So Dana kind of alluded to this a little bit earlier. Brandon and I have had a crazy year. We've had some health challenges going on. He had a double bypass surgery. I got in a car accident in August, the very end of August. And one of the results of that car accident was a lot of back issues, 3 spine bulges, 4 disc protrusions, and just a ton of inflammation. So not only was I having a lot of pain, and I still have a lot of pain. I would say on a daily basis I'm somewhere between a 7 and an 8. And when I take the CBD, it helps to take the edge off of that pain because it does help minimize the inflammation. It gets you into that relaxed state so you're not, sitting there kind of clenching up. And it really has been a game changer for me. And one of the reasons I love it is because I'm not taking a pharmaceutical, right? It's easier on the liver than those traditional pharmaceuticals. It's a natural thing. So it's been just a total game changer for me in that regard.
I agree. There's too many people on opioids or getting
Right.
addicted.
By the way, what happened to that whole crisis? We haven't heard about that since we've had this COVID-19, the Chinese virus, whatever you want to call it, right? And then a lot of that stuff has gone away, and then so it's like the Washington politics playing in there. It's like, oh, let's look over here. By the way, what happened to all these people dying?
And where's the flu too, Brandon?
Right, exactly. Yeah, it's ridiculous. They control what they want to control. They lead the narrative where they want to go. They do, a lot of these fake impeachments and all that kind of stuff. They're wasting millions and millions of dollars. So it's unbelievable what happens when you look at that. So that's why it's on us as citizens, as consumer advocates with our show, to really take control as your health, your lifestyle. People are looking for alternative ways to make money.
Yeah.
So that's another piece of this puzzle as well.
Brandon, you're looking good. You're looking awesome. I mean, you look fabulous. Charlie just has a lot to say.
Charlie's here. Charlie,
Our dog
he wants to be on the show, I guess.
Golden Doodle wants to be on the show with us.
He's very upset he's
So
not on the golf cart right
Yes,
now.
he wants to be here. I might just have to have him sit right here or something. But he's wanting to be here. So
I mean, it's about recovery. It's about helping the body to heal
right,
faster.
right,
And it's also about giving your body what it needs to be in a calm state, because most people, the tension's been high, and the stress literally kills.
yes,
And so that cortisol level being sky high, we've went back and forth, you and I both, with our cortisol levels.
Yeah.
And that's your stress hormone. The cortisol level, when it goes sky high, you don't sleep good.
Nope.
When it goes sky high, you hold on to your belly fat, right? And you don't release toxins the way you're supposed to. Your thyroid slows down, your fatigue, all those things. And so I love that CBD helps to bring that cortisol to like a happy, healthy zone.
Yeah, and I have so many friends who have started using our CBD and comment to me about, wow, I'm finally sleeping, or I'm really feeling a reduction in inflammation. First of all, when you're sleeping, it makes the biggest difference in the world, in your day, in your focus, in your energy, all of that stuff. And it's funny because a lot of these folks that are trying our CBD have tried other CBDs in the past, and they're like, you know what, CBD, no, it doesn't do anything. It doesn't work for me. Yeah. And one of the biggest reasons is because of the quality of our CBD, right?
Yes. I'll kind of go on. Not all CBD is created equal. I myself have also tried a bunch of different types. And I mean, I'm a holistic doctor, and I wasn't impressed with the types I had tried, just because I didn't feel any different. And when you're giving it to patients, they need to feel a difference.
Yeah.
There needs to be a kind of a little bit of a wow factor. They need to feel results, right? We're humans. We can't stick with something we don't feel results with. And so the difference is you feel it. That's the one difference that works. The other difference is organic, right? The hemp plant is very porous. So that means it's like a sponge. And you think of those hazard white suits that guys go and they spray the farms with all the GMOs, Hazmat suits. Yeah. It's like ridiculous, because they're spraying it with pesticides that are in turn slay your gut lining, turn things off, create inflammation in your body. But the hemp plant soaks all those pesticides in. So if you aren't getting organic and it's an oil, you're going to be, putting that pesticide oil in your mouth too. So that's super important. So those of you that are buying gas station CBD, don't do it. The other thing is USDA Organic was not recognizing CBD. So there were a lot of organic CBD that weren't allowed to put organic on the label. So in comes the Hemp Authority. So the Hemp Authority started regulating CBD to make sure that they could jump through hoops to prove that they're organic, to prove that they have third-party testing to make sure there's no mold. Mold is another thing that goes into the hemp plant. And we don't want mold in our body, right, girl?
No, 100% not.
Also making sure it's non-GMO, because people are already starting to produce GMO CBD.
Genetically modified organism.
You got it. Which our body rejects, like a chemical compound. It's not real. And then the last one is CO2 extracted. So CO2 extracted means that you get a more powerful, it's a cleaner, greener extraction method, no harmful solvents, nothing that'll burn your throat, no ethanol, alcohol, and it's and it gives you like a stronger, better feeling CBD.
Yeah, so definitely a better quality. One thing I wanted to talk about a little bit is your background, because you're just kind of this dynamic businesswoman. I think you went to college at the age of what?
14.
14.
Wow.
Just tell us a little bit about that, because I always just love hearing this story.
People always think of like Doogie Howser
Yeah.
and someone that's so ambitious that they have to go to college that early, but it really wasn't the case. That's why I kind of giggle to myself. I literally started college at age 14 so that I could surf every day. That's what I wanted. I did not want the schedule that high school was like a little bit more demanding. It was like all those long days. College was like 3 short days that I could go in later and I could surf all morning, go into an easy class, and be done by the afternoon, and I could have more freedom.
Have your own schedule.
And have my own schedule. I think like at a young age I was just trained to want to have a freedom type lifestyle, and I think you're the same way.
Same way, yeah.
Yeah, that's a big part of life today. More and more people, you're seeing it with the move. Also, another effect of the Chinese virus is that you had more and more people going to a Skype type, Zoom call type mentality, and people don't want to drive into the office. They're saying, wow, I saved all this time. Businesses, corporations are saying I saved all this money by not having the space. By the way, that relates back to commercial real estate and you know, what's the effect of that. But yeah, I think more and more people are looking for a side hustle, side income, and they're looking for a reason to, you know, how they can add extra income to their family's overall bottom line.
Yeah. And there's a huge opportunity with that, with our CBD company specifically.
Yes.
You want to chat a little about that?
Yeah, and you're going to put your link on here, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll put it
so Lindsay is all about entrepreneur life. Lindsay and Brandon, what they've built has been awesome for the community.
Thank you.
And like you guys both inspire me huge.
Thank you.
And so yes, there is an income opportunity, and it's been really, really wonderful for my family because you don't have to have a doctorate in order to tell people, hey, this could probably help you with your stress, or this could probably help you with that inflammation in your neck or your knee pain or whatever, you know, sleeping. And so it's an easy thing to share. It's also an easy thing for people women just need, I think every woman needs a bottle in their purse, you know?
I always have a bottle in my purse. And when I'm out with friends, anytime there's a situation where they're stressed out or they're whatever, I'm just like, here, have some CBD.
Yeah.
And it's a deliverable. Is it drop under the tongue?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
it's
it's
a
a
drop
subliminal?
under it's a sublingual. They have a gummy also. Like moms love the gummies too, not just kids.
Yeah.
And they just have it's just an easy way. And there's also like a cream that's really nice on the neck. And, and so yes, you can easily say at any point, I want to change my family's financial future. I don't want to just be going month to month. I don't want to just be paying the bills barely and not having anything left over. And that's one thing that I think causes people more stress than anything else. And this year has taught a lot of people that they need an extra income. Or they might need something for the family, or they might just need vacation money, right? Because how many people are stir crazy right now? So you can do an extra $500 a month, or you can go all the way and go for the 6 or 7 figure mark with this company. There's actually 13 7-figure a year income earners in this company. It just started in 2016.
Wow.
And
8 of them are women. So
That's
I really
cool.
like that. You know, I just like the female leadership
Rock on.
movement.
Yeah. I think
That's
it's
really cool.
amazing, and you know, to afford a little bit more freedom of lifestyle. But one of the things I think that this company is so amazing is it's in the health and wellness space, and this is a big movement right now, and it has been. I think there's, you know, a growing level of awareness for, you know, the past several years, right? Then COVID hit. You know, people are becoming more aware of balance, nutrition, health and wellness. You know, how do I live that healthy life? Not just for, you know, their own well-being, but also being around for their children and their grandchildren and things like that. And so it's so cool to be involved with a company that's so relevant, right? Changing people's lives on a daily basis, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. And then at the end of the day, you're also in turn for yourself, your family, your future, your goals, getting that additional income back, getting that freedom of life back. And it's really, it's an easy, simple process. It's, it's easy to get started. I love it.
It's an add-on for kind of any entrepreneur that's around people.
Yep.
That knows humans.
Yeah.
Right? I think everyone needs it. Kids, grandparents. And it's also the one thing that I would say is the stress of starting a business is often why people cannot become entrepreneurs. Mm-hmm. They want to, but they don't have the $200,000 to start up costs and all of that. A lot of people don't. Yep. They build it from the ground up, which I love. I really I love entrepreneur stories. They just inspire me beyond. But this is kind of an easy way for anyone to just share here and there without all the back work of making the labels and getting to start a CBD business these days. It's expensive.
It's expensive. Yeah. I mean, something like 7 out of 10 new businesses fail. It makes sense because you have to come up with systems, structure, hiring processes, training, developmental, just the product development in and of itself. You got the technology piece. I mean, there's so much stuff, right? I mean, even in real estate, right? Yeah. We had our own brokerage for a while, and we ended up moving with Keller Williams 2 years ago. It was probably one of the best decisions we made. Yeah. Because just like, HempWorx, for us, Keller Williams is it's like business in a box. Yeah. You're ready to go, right? And you've got that support and you've got those tools. That's one thing that I love about MyDailyChoice and HempWorx is just all the support that you have.
Yeah. I do too. They have a few other divisions. They have a crypto division, which that's like trendy as anything right now. They have a discount travel platform, nutritional sprays, and essential oils that are pretty incredible. But in the future, there's going to be clean beauty, and there's going to be some more nutrition, and they have a plan to build out the company, and they truly want the growth of the company to be like, how many people can we help get healthy? Yeah. How many?
Yeah. And it's interesting because I've heard some talks about the industry and how I think this industry has surpassed the entertainment industry. Is that is that what it was?
Oh yeah. I think the NFL is $9.6 billion a year. The organic food is the closest, I think $130 billion a year. Network marketing is $190 billion a year. Worldwide, and 85% of network marketing is done outside of the USA.
Wow.
It's huge in Asia. It's huge in Africa, and this company is worldwide.
Yeah. So we're just kind of scratching the surface.
Exactly.
So what are some of the misnomers that people may have, whether the product itself or how to get in the business or?
Yeah, good question. A lot of people worry that they're going to get high.
Right. That's what I was thinking.
The biggest one, and it makes me giggle every time because you won't. It's physically impossible. So I'll kind of explain. The hemp plant is not the marijuana plant. The hemp plant is the hemp plant, okay. Right? The hemp plant and the marijuana plant are actually sister plants. Okay. They're in the same family, but they're two very different plants. So the marijuana plant has high amounts of THC and tiny amounts of CBD. CBD is like the anti-inflammatory components, the medicinal plant benefits, right? Okay. And the hemp plant is actually flip-flopped. It's high amounts of naturally occurring CBD and very tiny amounts of naturally occurring THC, which is way below the legal limit allowed. Right. So it's not enough to get you high.
It's like a micro dose or something, 0.02 or 0.002.
And I honestly believe that tiny amount of THC stimulates the brain in a really good way. I think it's super good for brain health. Yeah. And I have patients that seizures get better and, even more advanced stuff that I would never ever think. But I know that we know so little about it that, I know for me, I was getting sniffles and little colds before I started taking it a year and a couple months ago. And I haven't had so much as a sniffle since. Yeah. So I know immune system is really good, and this was the best year to have a good immune system for both of us.
That's right. Right. Yeah, we needed it. One of my girlfriends actually, she takes CBD every single day. It's the very first thing that she does when she gets up because she has a lot of issues with seizures. And it's literally, she will never go without it. It's been a huge game changer for her. I mean, the list of benefits, you just keep going forever.
I know. Cholesterol. It's incredible for cholesterol. It cleans out the arteries, I think, naturally. It's like a chelator. It chelates out heavy metals. It's cleaning out the liver. It's like all those things in our body that just need to be cleaned out.
Yeah.
They just need to be cleaned out.
Yeah. So it has a business opportunity side to it, which we talked about. It has the overall benefits, so people could just take the product itself without signing up.
Yeah.
So there's different options that you have. And where's the company based out of?
It's based out of Las Vegas, and it has a really cool they have a cool story.
Yeah.
I love companies that have owners that are like visionaries, that they're not just starting a company just to sell it later. And some people, but they have a story where it's their family. They have a beautiful family. It's a young millennial couple, Josh and Jenna Zwagil, and they have two tiny new ones that are a year and 2 years. You guys will have some of those running around soon.
Yes, we will.
And then they have some older children too from Jenna's first marriage. But they just have a beautiful family. They have a big vision for the company. Like they are in scale mode, which I love. I feel like scaling means more impact. Scaling means more people getting financially free, more people getting healthy as happy customers.
Yeah.
And they're scaling the business right now. So they have this corporate team that they've formed in the last year and a half. And mind you, from 2016, they went from $5 million a year to $10 million a year to $100 million a year to $170 million a year in the last 4 years. So that's crazy growth. And so with that, they got a corporate team that now is like, they're getting like new countries registered nonstop. We just opened Mexico. We just opened Taiwan. We have South Africa and Nigeria and Kenya and Ghana. And it's just like awesome. Just scaling it in Europe. And
it's insane.
It's great.
I think a lot of it has to do with their background because they both had started in the network marketing industry. Yeah. They became very successful in other network marketing companies. Yeah. And then it was kind of like a meeting of the minds, and they birthed this, amazing new company, and they're having a ton of success, which is, who doesn't want to be part of that?
Yeah,
right?
I agree. I mean, you want to follow people that know where they're going up the mountain, and they both have built it huge in network marketing. The fun fact about Josh, he's probably one of the smartest humans I've ever met, and he just turned 30.
Cool.
Literally like a mentor. When I was just sat with him, just so wise. Yep. He was 23rd in the world for chess champion at age 15.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
That's strategy.
I like it.
Exactly.
Strategic thinking.
And he operates the business like he's playing a game of chess and gets the right strategic people in place at corporate. And so it's been fascinating watching it. It's been inspiring, honestly. And so he built it huge in Africa. He had a huge, massive network marketing team, 50,000 people in Africa from the age 18 to ages to 21. Mm-hmm. And then after that, he started building internet marketing systems for network marketing companies. He would go in and design the whole system in the back office. You got to be pretty smart to do that.
100%.
Yes.
100%. So, and you're a mover and a shaker. I mean, you're pretty high up with MyDailyChoice. So, talk a little bit about that.
I feel like teamwork is the dream work.
That's right.
And just like you guys do with your Keller Williams, you help people succeed, so therefore you succeed.
Yep.
And so I've been doing that from the beginning with MyDailyChoice. It's like, how many people can I help them get either a little bit or a lot a month, but just reach their goals. What are their goals? So I just turn it into a business strategy. As much as I love holistic health, I love business strategy. And coaching. And just helping them kind of reach those breakthroughs and get past their fears. Yeah. Like people freeze up in fear.
What's the number one fear you see? People just like nervous to go approach people, talk to them.
Talking to people.
Yeah.
Fear
of rejection.
People. Yeah. They're so afraid of they're so afraid of someone thinking they're selling to them instead of making that, changing the perspective that they're going to change that person's life and truly give them something that they'll be grateful for.
Well, one of my favorite experiences in life, it was over about 11 years ago now. It's funny to say that, how far ago back in time it was. So I went to Tony Robbins' Business Mastery in Mali, Fiji, right?
I always wanted to
so we had a
went
great
in Fiji?
To Fiji, yes, 2010.
Wow, were you there?
This was the year before we started dating.
I
I was right on the cusp, and then we met. Yeah.
So we had this awesome trip, and Tony was great. He's always powerful, and we had a gentleman by the name of Chet Holmes. He wrote the book The Ultimate Sales Machine. So he's talking about strategy and winning at different, everything from trade show, how to dominate a trade show, how to sales, one-on-one sales. But when we're just talking about people, for example, so if you're listening to this, you have an opportunity potentially to be involved with the team that they have in place here, and CBDs, natural ways to help people with stress and healing. So what Chet Holmes said, he said, if you're in sales and you're selling something, you have to feel a moral obligation to get that out, right? So if you feel a strong moral obligation that the product you're selling is great, the best in its category, then you should feel a strong moral obligation to offer it to as many people as you can.
That's right.
So that's the key right there.
The key is belief. When you believe in something with your whole heart, or you guys believe that people, the quality of their life will get better when they get a better home, and they're happier in the home they're in. Yeah. Right? And the energy that they have in their home.
Yeah. And we also believe that you need someone to guide you through that transaction.
Yes.
I mean, the average person purchases 1 to 2 real estate properties in their life, right? Yeah. They're not living, breathing, eating, sleeping real estate every single day like we are. And I feel extremely passionate that I do not want somebody to go through that process on their own, because if they do, there's going to be a lot of things that can go awry that they don't know about. They can get in a lot of trouble on a transaction, whether it's legal trouble or they're overpaying or, I was just talking to my dad the other day, and he said, I was reading this article that real estate agents are really encouraging their clients to forego inspections because of how crazy this real estate market is. And look, we know the real estate market is hot. We're going multiple offers. We got a lot of competitive
fighting for
stuff going on here in Tampa Bay.
We're like, Lindsay, get us this house,
right? Which, look, there's things that we can do as real estate agents to make your offer competitive without foregoing an inspection.
Well, because you gotta protect the goose, right? You can't forego an inspection.
No.
Be smart about it.
No. I mean, it's just, maybe there's a very, very small percentage of homes that I would say, you could do it, but there's so many implications of doing that. First of all, inspections are so important, and on top of your general inspection, I recommend a mold inspection. I recommend the termite inspection. I mean, if this is an asset, you're going to have this hopefully for a huge portion of your life. You're going to be able to turn around and, gift this to your kids, or, use this for sell this later and use it for your retirement home or whatever. I mean, there's so much passion, and I feel that way about CBD too. I feel that way about health and wellness. I'm certified in pranic feng shui, in pranic healing. I teach meditation. I'm so passionate about helping people, live better lives, whether it's real estate or it's health and wellness. It's a huge thing, and we need that right now. We need community. We need support. We need more love. Yes. We need that right now in our lives.
I agree. I remember the first time you bounced into my office, Lindsay, and you told me all the things you loved, and I was like, I love her. And then the Pilates. Yeah. So it's like you can you walk the walk. Yeah. That's what I love. You walk the walk, and I can just say my personal experience when I used you to sell 2 different homes for me. you always got me way more money than I thought I was going to get.
Good.
So that's why you need a real estate agent.
Well, yeah, the second home, we actually broke a price per square foot record.
Ooh,
Did you know that?
No.
Oh, yeah.
That house is beautiful.
Yeah, we broke a price per square foot record. And, you know, one of the things, you guys are great clients because you give 100% trust and faith that we know what we're doing.
Well,
and so,
but a lot of people don't know what they're doing.
It's true.
There are a lot of realtors that don't know what they're doing.
That's true, but you know we know.
I know
so
you do.
Trust us.
That's why I trust you.
So when I told you, hey, this is what we're going to do for this pricing strategy, we're going to do a fair market price and just like slightly below, so we can drive multiple offers up, and we got $14,000 above asking.
Good strategy.
That's a touchdown.
That's a touchdown.
I want to go back to a point.
Quarterback your next transaction.
That's right. And I want to go to a point you were making too about, you know, we hear a lot about, you know, big tech and some of these big companies, the huge conglomerate companies. And I think it's, you know, if you think about it from a macro perspective also with what they're doing with raising minimum wage, what's that going to do? It's going to hurt the small business, right? And it's going to help Walmart. It's going to help Amazon, and they want that because they're going to crush small business. So this is an example of another way that you can help small business. Yeah. You can help the friendly hometown small business owner shop local, shop small. Yeah. And I think that's something we all need to do. We need to get off the smartphone purchasing where you just buy it and it shows up at your door. Yeah. And we need to really try to seek out ways that we can help support one another. And even just me with my cell phone, I'm getting away from the big guys. You know the big names. I don't need to say them. Yeah. And there's you know Pure Talk, Patriot Mobile. There's companies like that are more you know centered around values that I agree with.
You know what, Brandon? Just a side note. I've kind of loved since the censorship started and people started being like, what are they doing to us? You know, all the social media censorship and the Twitter censorship and the Google censorship. Yep. And we all kind of started seeing the game they were playing. I've loved that the stock market has like on all of them.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, yes.
Coca-Cola.
Because people are voting with their dollars. They're like not having it. And
That's
so
true.
I love that you we can vote with our dollars every single day right on our phone.
That's right.
And choose to purchase local and choose to purchase from our favorite realtor CBD girl, you know, instead of going to like the health food. Not that I don't love health food stores because we have some really great smaller health food stores here. But like I guess the big ones is what I mean.
Yeah. Yeah. I
mean, you can buy it online. I mean, you could always go right to that app and buy it online. But try to go through a local distributor, right?
Yeah. No, I love that point.
Yeah, and I think people, they want to eat healthy. They want to support local. I mean, there's just such a level of awareness right now, and I love it because I feel like people are waking up. You know, the level of awareness is rising, and it wasn't really like that maybe even 10 years ago.
No, it wasn't. I remember when I was young, my mom driving a half hour to the closest health food store, going to get the raw goat from the goat farm, raw goat's milk, you know, from the goat farm. And we had only organic everything in our house. We only had raw goat's milk. We didn't have Oreos or Doritos. So when I would go to my friends' houses and I was like, what is this? As a kid. And they would come to our house and they're like, what is this?
That's right.
So, but I think that now the fact that it's so readily available, not only, it just makes me happy. Because people want holistic now. When I first, 17 years ago, told people I was starting my own clinic, and when I was going to school, they all looked at me like I had three heads. Like, what is that? What are you going to school? Because I was going to school to be a lawyer. I was going 6 months. I did pre-law.
Wow.
And then I just felt the heavy arguing energy, and I was like, I don't think I want that kind of life.
Right.
I want to just help people thrive.
Yeah.
I grew up around first of all, my whole family was self-employed. They had different businesses, White's Furniture, Appliance in LaBelle. My family had a landscape company, which turned into a property preservation company. My cousin is watching as well. Denny Spencer is watching his. So my Aunt Fran Spencer and Larry Spencer had a health food store in LaBelle, or small. So they owned their own, so almost our whole family had rental properties and just that capitalism, entrepreneurship. And so I learned a lot about, the different herbs and the vitamins all at an early age. And you feel like you're sick. Okay, drop some echinacea golden seal in a glass of orange juice and things. So that, I think that's when people have that understanding of that there's a natural alternative to what the FDA tries to pump down our throats all the time with the different drugs and restless leg syndrome, all these different things they make up as a problem. It's not really a problem. It's just your body's not getting the nutrients it needs.
Or it's a result of pharmaceuticals that it's these side effects from these pharmaceuticals that really the pharmaceutical is addressing the symptom, right?
Yeah.
Yet then you get all these other symptoms from it. You're not actually getting to the core issue, to the root issue, and healing.
You got it.
Right? And your body is actually designed to heal itself. So when you can get all of the other stuff out of the way and let your body do what it was designed to do, right? I think you're on my Facebook group that I started.
I love it.
The whole breakthrough. That's what that Facebook group is about. It's about mental, spiritual, emotional, physical. It's the whole package of healing, whether it's, energetically cleaning that stuff off of you, physically, getting those toxins and chemicals out of your body. Because when you get to a point where you get all of that stuff out and off, now your body is in a position where it can heal itself. And then you've got things like CBD that are just these amazing support tools and supplemental healing options like, pranic healing, right? And now you've kind of got this whole glowy, pretty little soul floating around, right?
Yeah. You're right, girl. Yeah, I love the beauty aspect of it too.
Yeah.
CBD makes you beautiful.
Yeah.
It really does.
Yeah. Happy people are pretty people.
You got it. And cellular turnover rate. Why do we age? Because the cells stop turning over.
Yep.
And so it just increases the healing rate, which is the cellular turnover rate. And so it just helps you age slower. Both of you are aging super slow.
Thank you.
Because you look younger than when I first met you. But yeah, so that's right there a testament. But I do love that entrepreneurship is in your blood.
Yeah.
That was cool to hear the background.
And the thing that you just touched on too, the happiness effect. There's actually a study called the smiling effect, and it's really good for business and sales. And just we've all heard about attitude, over the years. I mean, that was the key word back in the 90s probably, that positive attitude. But it really comes down to, the happiness factor and having they say it's the smiling effect. And one of my favorite books, it was a negotiation book. It said that you're 31% smarter just by simply smiling. Especially if you're negotiating with somebody, it puts them, they're going to reciprocate, they're going to smile back. They're going to say, this guy's smiling at me, what's wrong with this guy? He's smiling at me. So what happens is you actually have more mental agility. You have more of a collaborative approach to a conversation. So just by smiling and being happy and putting yourself in that mood, it's going to naturally enhance your relationships. People are going to want to do business with you. They're going to look forward to your call. And it just, it's something that's kind of like charisma. It's like that unknown thing. Like, man, I got, we all know a couple of friends that we grew up with that just were naturally, you were attracted to them. They were friendly. There was just something there. And people, not just you, but other people too. It was like, oh, wow, that person was very charismatic. People liked to hang out with that person. They called them to hang out with them or invited them to parties or whatever. So that, the smiling effect, just remember that rule. It's 31% smarter. Studies show that. It's pretty cool.
I love that. Is that why you decided to date this guy?
Yeah.
Smiling effect? He did it to you.
You know what's funny? We were with a client listing their property not too long ago, and the client said, well, what do you think is the number one thing that, women look for in men, or what's the number one thing that matters? And I said, humor.
I think so too.
He makes me laugh.
Yeah.
He always makes me smile. And we have normal problems just like everybody else, health issues, whatever. But at the end of the day, when you're laughing and you're happy, for
life
me,
is good.
Life is good.
Life is good. And look at this view behind us too. That'll make you smile.
Yeah, this is our backyard.
I know, which
Yeah.
I love.
So
Good.
Mobile
Awesome.
studio.
mobile studio.
So what? Yeah. In summary, you're kind of wrapping up here. Where's the best place for people to find? I know we'll put links in the video.
Yeah.
What do you want to say in parting?
In parting, there's 2 ways to get started. If you feel like you heard something, like zinged you, first of all, reach out to Lindsay, reach out to me, and I can get you in touch with Lindsay, and the 2 of us can help. But there's a customer link. We'll put it in the notes for the podcast.
Yep.
And then there's a marketing link. If you're interested in the business side, it just takes you to a quick, easy video tour. You watch 4 videos. It says get started at the bottom. Super simple.
Yep.
Yeah, it's
That's
very
it.
easy.
Cool.
And everything's free. It's free to get your preferred customer account, 25% off. It's free to start the business.
Yep.
That's a good point, because sometimes
Yeah.
when you join these other, this type of berry or that type of fruit thing, there's a cost up front to join, and then it's they make money off of that, and then the downline. So
Yeah,
so
no
it's free.
cost.
Free.
Completely free. There's
Yeah.
no obstacles.
Yeah.
It's just
Cool.
making the decision.
Yeah.
And making it with a smile, right? And being comfortable with it. And if you need more info, reach out to us, because we
Yeah.
love to talk, right?
Yep.
Don't we?
There you
Clearly.
go.
Clearly.
All right, awesome. So anything else?
I think today was awesome.
Covered it.
I just love spending time with you guys.
We love you.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, we covered a lot of good things there. So thanks for hanging out with us. Thanks for joining us here on the Consumer Quarterback Show Overtime podcast. And as we always say, we want you to please go out there and consider committing a random act of kindness. We'll see you next time.
Bye, guys.
Peace.